yesterday and continue from there, especially for someone who missed what you aired yesterday as regards to if these candidates are really sticking to the book and paper that they printed for the Journey 2026.
Now, thank you so much, Julie, and of course our viewer. Forgive me, my throat may not give me the best and our code. But first, let's understand, what is a manifesto? Why is even a manifesto very important? Why do political parties inject so much? Now, in simple terms, it is a contract between the candidate and the voters. It's a contract, it's written, that if you elect me into power, these are the things I'm going to do. That is the manifesto. Now, any political party worth its salt in this race must have a manifesto. And I think the first party to launch their manifesto was the FDC.
Right.
Now, us, the voters that they come to, we must choose between these manifestos which one is the best and vote according to these written, documented promises that are put down for us by these candidates. And the main event at any rally would be going through one's manifesto. So that the people that have gathered get to know what is it that you're going to do for them. And what you're going to do must be in line with the manifesto. For example, if your manifesto has a slogan or a theme, fixing the economy, money in your hands, when you go to a political rally, you must tell the people, first, this is our manifesto. In developed democracies, there are even pamphlets, small summarized versions, that you can give to everyone who has come to attend your rally, that even when they go home, they can read through. And it's not a taboo that I can have 1 or 3 or more manifestos. You know, because this is a contract that you're making with us. Now, many of our candidates, some even live without talking about their manifesto.
Right.
No wonder, look at the structure of our campaigns. You know? First, we have to see what lures people to come to our campaigns. In all candidates, I've seen this. First, the drives we do. He's here, he's there, he's there. Music. I saw one young girl almost half naked on top of trucks. Dancing around. We are here dancing. Now, people come. When they come, he that has ability, of course, finances differ from our 8 candidates. There are some that you see that they are very struggling. There are some that have and prepared. Most of those that belong, this time you're lucky, most of them, all of them belong to political parties. But of course, parties also, financial muscles differ. Now, when they come to these rallies, those that have had massive rallies, because we have the NRM, well, I've seen a sea of people attend their rallies. I've seen the National Unity Platform, millions there. I've seen the FDC, some numbers there. And fairly, I know how they do their things. You know, it's not so much of... Then, of course, my friend...
Ant has really done the door-to-door.
The door-to-door, they haven't been so that much on playgrounds and have masses gather there. When it comes to our brother, the Common Man's Party, for him, the way he does these things is also, how do I say it? He likes using the word mafiaism. You know, he will be here, then there, you know. But when you look at those that have had gatherings of crowds, a sea of people, one thing you're going to observe is music will dominate the campaigns.
Right.
I've seen our VIPs good at dancing? You know? Social media will not have captured the manifestos, or that you go on social media. See, go on TikTok, go on various platforms. TikTok is the commonest for everybody now. See these campaign trails. What are we picking out? You're going to pick out people dancing. People with tummies like mine, shaking them so much. That because that was the main attractor of people. You know, you're going to see some musicians, you're going to see the gist of this promise, this contract doesn't come out because it has not been prioritized in the arrangement. You get it? Of the entire event. You know, it's like when you're preparing a wedding.
Right.
And the new couple does not speak. You have the brothers to the lady, the brothers to the husband, the parents from both sides speak. Then you come out and say, in the interest of time, our bagore are tired, let's allow them to go and sleep. Of course, the musicians have sung, the food has been very good, people have eaten. But the most important thing there is this message of the newly wedded couple. When
you use that metaphor and that analogy, that means for most campaigns, people go to eat at the party, they eat the food, they enjoy it, the musicians perform, they enjoy the performances, and that's it. For the electorate, that means that's all they went for. As is said lately, that what is a wedding without a cake? What is a wedding without soda? What is a wedding if I don't eat the food? For most people, using the metaphor of a wedding. So if you use that analogy and bring it to the campaign structure of Uganda, it means that for the electorate, they actually go for the food, the soda, the music, the entertainment, and the gist of as to why they should have gone, they don't even remember. They don't even.
I want to tell you, I've ever attended a campaign rally as a reporter by then, where we had the musicians play good music, we had the dance, we even had some doing gymnastics and all that. Then some came shouting, and at the end of the day, the candidate only came and said, I'm happy to see you. Ra, sha, yar.
You talked about the manifestos.
So, you find that the manifestos here,
right,
which is a contract, is not talked about.
And it's not
now,
tried.
Some who have dared, they have not come out and said, as in our manifesto. But a person says, me, when I get into power, I'll remove soldiers on the waters and leave everything to the fishing community. In your manifesto, if it is fixing the economy, money in your hands, how is this connected? Because you've come to people, and we can't hold you accountable after you've taken power. Because this you said, this was written and documented. You have a contract. Now this verbal, we may not be able to sustain it in holding you accountable.
Right.
Someone goes and says, no, me, when you vote me into power, I'll make sure all school-going children will have bread, will have milk, and an egg. And education will be completely free, and the best of it. Now, if that is not captured in your manifesto, you're saying, because all the candidates now we have are of political parties. It would be, when elected, according to our manifesto, maybe even you mention the page and chapter. This is what we are going to do. And for more details, please interest yourself in our manifesto.
Allow me interject. When we still look at these manifestos, I think the only party I've seen that has taken time to summarize their manifesto is the FDC. But if you look at most of the manifestos, be it the NRM or NUP, they are quite a handful of pages to read. It only takes one to read them if you're interested. But if it's a small book, pocket book, I think it can easily interest someone to read. Do you think this is out of ignorance or strategy?
I don't want to say it's out of ignorance. Because I'm not very sure, but I used to see various summarized versions of the NRM manifesto. Of late, I think I've been, let me admit, maybe so lazy to look into these manifestos. If they are summarized, I've been in the big versions because they were quicker for me to access. But I think maybe the smaller versions, I stand to be corrected on that matter. But one thing, yes, one would say Ugandans, we don't have a reading culture. That is one. So one would think maybe people will not read them. But I want to tell you, if they are translated, the levels of Ugandans who are able to read and write have increased over a time now in Uganda. Two, politics is something that many pick interest. One would love to say, but this is what you promised us. And if the candidates prioritize this, let me just give you an example. At the beginning of these campaigns, I said candidates set a pace for how the campaigns are going to be. You see, our people will follow that candidate if they believe in them. If a candidate says, in the interest of time, and someone talks about the manifesto and says, but we have a smaller version. If you want, please take and read, because this is the contract. You know, in every political season, we have what we call the best manifesto. But unfortunately, you find that people will not vote the person with the best manifesto in some times. When it goes to MPs, those ones, I belong to this party, many of them have their own manifestos, but they are party flag bearers. Their own manifestos completely. Now, that is where you find a member of parliament telling you that, you see, you people of Busiro, let me use a constituency that I come from, Busiro East. I'm going to build bridges in this area. Then you ask, but we don't have so many rivers here. There is no, I'll put the river as well, then put the bridge.
I'll put the problem.
You know, so.
To put a solution.
That is because they do not follow their party manifestos. But also we go back to the electorate. The electorate, what do they vote? Because, okay, the people in these positions have chosen, some of them, not all the candidates, not to prioritize their manifesto, not to let the people know, because they will judge them. Maybe it is deliberate. That you never know, you go through and what you said is documented. When NRM put the 10-point program, initial 10-point program, it had to dance to the tune because you had something that was documented and they had to follow. Now, the electorate, what are they voting? Why do they come to these rallies? Because we have to look at the quality of leadership and the people that elect, because people get leaders that they deserve. Maybe I may use that. Now, if the voter today, you'll ask someone, why are you voting for this candidate?
Right. Now, let's look at presidential candidates. And again, as we begin to close this, do you think there are presidential candidates whose imagery or personality or brand surpasses that of the party, that this too could even be a problem in itself?
First, I want to say no one is bigger than their party. But also have a problem in Uganda.
Because, for example, NUP, you could find that many people are more into Robert Kyagulanyi, the Bobby Wine, and not Robert Kyagulanyi, the politician.
That's what I wanted to tell you, that the problem we have in Uganda is you can't differentiate parties from individuals. Parties are like, they are the people themselves. We've had NRM for a very long time. But have you ever closed your eyes and imagined NRM without President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni?
Many times, and all I see is President Museveni.
You know? He is the party. Because when you look at the history of that party, it is President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Right.
They have structures, no doubt. They have tried to formalize the party, but he remains the party. That is a fact. Come to NUP. Have you ever closed your eyes and imagined NUP without Robert Kyagulanyi? Do you think if today Kyagulanyi woke up and said, I've dropped NUP, I've formed another party, NUP would stand? You know? Today, if His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni left NRM, would NRM stand? So, our political parties, given their formation, is hard to say that the founders are not bigger than the party. So, now when you have these manifestos, people may look at the person. They are not even bothered. I tell you, there are many people I know who will tell you, me, I'm not NRM, but I support Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
That's true. They support the person, but not the
not
party.
the party. The people who will tell you, me, I don't support NUP.
But I love Bobi Wine.
But I love Bobi Wine. Njamuwa kuba mwagala. When you bring in the party, tell you, there are those who even told you, if NUP had not formed NUP and you were in people power, I was in my party, that is okay. Some were denied tickets, but some failed to acquire. But they will tell you, vote me.
Right.
And vote this person. So, as long as our formation of our political parties cannot be detached from the founding fathers or founding members, these remain bigger than the political parties. But in normal sense, no one should be bigger than the political party. How are you going to go to the common man's party and now talk about Munyagwa not being the party?
Do they have a manifesto though?
How are you going to go to look at Conservative Party? Many years Ken Ucham's surfaces again as the president of Conservative Party.
Right.
For it has had some, you know, talk about, I think even when you see UPC, when the late Dr. Milton Obote died, even when he was in exile, he still had grip of UPC. When he died today, it failed to field a candidate. There is so much confusion there. Democratic Party had tried to build structures because DP was a party that wasn't so much on individual basis. But still it has also failed to perfect the transformation, the successions. And now you have a DP that is the DP that we have today.
Now, as we close this should be perhaps your parting shots as in your perspective, especially as someone who has covered quite a number of elections, how best do you think political parties can strengthen that link between the electorate and their manifestos?
It has to be deliberate. These candidates must be prepared and told, you're going out there. Please promote. Please, based on our manifesto. Don't divert because of areas of interest. You reach there, then someone whispers to you, Chirabo, now the problem of these people is they don't like this fish protection unit. Now, to secure here, you use that, you forget what is in the manifesto. Now here, this area, if you only promise them to legalize prostitution, because you see that is the challenge. Now find a way of doing this. Don't, because at the end of the day, as the electorate, we lose out. That if we do not have this written contract prioritized and we know what is in, the verbal contract may not stand a test of time.
Right, let's close this with some of the comments that are coming through. Kimaleni Michael, watching from Bududa district, he is saying most of these presidential candidates are following their manifesto, but The fact is that NUP is out of their manifesto, only that they are against Museveni, only which is not the case at all. Good morning, Uganda. I think every political party in Uganda has their own manifesto, and we appreciate even the government in power has been more than 35 years, but still they did not complete their manifesto. So implementation is a challenge, but we need to appreciate what has been done, though not all. Even the coming government cannot solve all the problems. So my appeal to Ugandans is let's vote for manifesto, but not the people or party. With that, we will get a better Uganda. I am Ronald Okum in Dokolo. And Awang, you say hi to you too. Chisache and my sister, thanks for the show. Oh, it's Chirabo, not Chisache. This is our country that is here forever. Let us vote ideology and not individuals. I'm Hannington Kato. And finally, thank you, Julie and Robert. I'm Chigwe Livingston, councillor to Bimutungo Ward. In Africa, political parties are built on individuals, not ideology. With that being said, we come to the end of this conversation. Up next is GMU Tourism Express. The show still continues. Good morning.
Live from UPC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning. Eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
Juko.
Yo.
Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world. Brought to you by
Uniquely ours. Explore Uganda.
It's a chill morning. I woke up happier and more excited. My name is Zakia Lucky, and thank you for being a part of us on the GMU Tourism Express. In continuity to our previous episode, today we'll be discussing flavors of Ugandan foods. And I'm happy that I'll be talking about one of those foods that made me leave Kabale straight to Kampala just to taste this particular food, luwombo. I've had a chance to go through the experience on how it has been prepared, and it's just exciting, artistic, and I can't wait to dive into getting to know what are the stories behind this preparation, because I had never seen anything like that. So stick with us and let's get to learn this together. With me again is Chef Sharif, who happened to prepare luwombo for us, and he'll be telling us all the stories and the art behind this particular food. But let him introduce himself to you guys again, and then we dive into that.
Sharif Abakari Wangwo, a chef at Food Plots.
Yes, so Chef Sharif, from my experience being a part of the preparation of luwombo, I realized this takes a lot of time. Maybe that could be the reason as to why the younger people don't prefer local foods or having to wait forever. But Chef, what could your experience be like?
It's true. Local food, let's say about what is here on table.
Yes.
Loretagamo akadde. Kati omuntu yenna nga talina budde. Nga talina bugumiikiriza. Aba alemereddwa okufuna ekirungi ekirulimu. Era aba agenda kusuwa bingi.
So there are people like me who love these foods, and I highly believe by the time you leave your home or you have in mind what you want to eat, you're ready to wait and experience this particularly. But why local foods? Why do you think the older people prefer local foods?
As I told you earlier, abamu, the biggest number.
Yes.
Bayina ebirwadde radde, bibayita ebirwadde by'abakulu. Okugeza nga sukaali, pressure, n'ebirala ebigenderako nga tebabakkiriza kulya fats oba tebatwalise butto okutwalizaamu. So when it comes to this local food, tetukozesa butto. Ne bw'aba nga tuteeseemu aba alesa mutono nnyo ddala than okubanga tubadde side ya fast foods. Because mostly zitambulira ku butto mungi, era n'obanga oteeseemu kaba katono nnyo ddala.
Kati nga tuvudde ku abo abatali ku bya butto, because I believe there are also people from my age mates that would like local foods, just like myself, and I have not, I don't have those diseases. But I would like to hear from you before I give you my reasons as to why I prefer local foods. The people that are younger, why do you think they would prefer local foods that are probably not yet sick or having health issues?
Abamu tebafuna ku chance to have it at their homes.
Yes.
Because mulimu amaka nga bo basically batambulira ku light foods. Ojja sanga fridge erimu enkoko naye enkoko erimu KFC yasibyaddewo. Ne gye baguze awaka bakoze ya soup, bakoze deep fry, nga okulya ku mmere eri boil oba evanga za boil. It's very rare. N'abamu nga tebamanyi kubifumba. They only access them nga agenze outside home.
When you say nga tebamanyi kufumba, do you give them that experience? Probably engeri gye mugenda obbasavingamu, engeri gye mugenda ayinza obutatuukayo in the kitchen to see how it is being prepared. Naye engeri gy'avudde ewaka to experience a new food, like you said nti ewaka aba takiraba. Do you add on to that experience for them?
When a customer comes, let's say of this luwombo, n'abuuza like abana bali mu service, what's in that luwombo? Balufumbye batya? At times they call me, ne nvaayo, ne munyola. Abamu ku baana ba service still, they know what is done there. They give the real information about it. Onaavaawo ng'ategedde. Ku ebiseera ebisinga, naawe bw'oze, let's say nga tawadde nange mu kiyungu, ojja kumubuuza walukoze otya, okusinziira ku nfaanana yaalwo. Of course mba nja kuvaayo nkugambye nakoze wenne nti kubuulire.
So nga tuvudde ku luwombo, what are those other local foods or Ugandan foods that they usually like to explore or order for?
Tulinawo steamed plantain. Tulinawo bo.
Bo, okay.
Ishabwe. Steamed potato. Steamed cassava. N'akawunga ako akazzeeko. Walinako kalungi. Naye ebiseera ebisinga ewaka mwe mugoya n'oliirawo. Naye ate bw'okazzaako ke kasinga obulungi.
What do you mean bw'okazzaako?
Like bw'omala okulingolinga n'oteeka mu ndagala zo n'osaanika n'otuzza ku ntamu n'oboilinga. Like the way you've steamed this.
Okay. Ekitegeeza you prepare it differently from home? From how?
Some homes do it, the way we do it. Other homes babuuza lwaki ozzaako akawunga. Bamanyi nti emmere nnyangu, rice, portion nti enjala ebeekuluma, enva olujja, olumala okugoya ng'oteeka ali nga bajjula nga balya. So, ffe tukazzaako.
Okay. So, Uganda has very many foods, very many local foods. So do you prepare all the foods or it's according to what a client wants?
No, according to our menu, I would say 80% we prepare it from here. Like steamed yams,
okay.
Steamed vegetable, steamed cassava, steamed potato, steamed plantain, luwombo, both beef and chicken. That's all.
But you go all out to explore all the Ugandan foods.
Yeah, because we have Bo, and Bo is actually Bo is well known for those people from, are they called the Northerners?
Yes, Northern Uganda.
Yeah, for us we do it here. Then we bring Ishabwe from west to central. And now we prepare it here. Plus kalo.
Plus kalo. And of course luwombo from Buganda. But you've not mentioned Karamoja, those parts when we go back to also Renzori, because your clients are tourists from all over the country. But also, are these usual? Do you have international tourists that come looking for Ugandan foods?
Yes, we do have them.
Okay.
They do come, ask for luwombo, call you, tell me what's this? Have prepared it? Should I come and see what you're doing? And so others come ask for their particular meals like Mexican foods, Italian dishes. We'll also do them.
So you can see what's exciting about Ugandan foods is we're also getting international tourists that come and ask about these foods. I do not know if they've seen them on social media or a friend has recommended or they found them on the menu. But this is to continue to ask. When you get to experience a Ugandan food, please put it up there because we have a variety. You can see we have a number of cultures here and all of these are creating different Ugandan foods. And again, I'm emphasizing, let's stop addressing these as local foods, but Ugandan foods. So to our dear parents, let's make it a point to introduce these foods to our children. Let's also introduce them to everyone else because we get visitors at home. And to everyone else out there, you could be an influencer. And by the way, everyone is a tourist. Let's continue highlighting these foods. Let's be proud and rich in our foods and put them out there. As I enjoy my luwombo, and don't forget to engage and let us know what you think about or what local food or Ugandan food you would like us to talk about. And remember, we are here from Monday to Thursday at 7:30 a.m. Thank you.
Brought to you by
Uniquely ours. Explore Uganda.
Well, welcome back from JMU Tourism Express. Time for business. My name is Julie F. Nantaba, and we're starting off with the Day Pharma story. Ugandan biotech firm Day Biopharma has marked a major milestone in strengthening Africa's health security, unveiling pioneering mRNA vaccines for Ebola and Mpox. The breakthrough was announced by founder Dr. Matthias Magola at the 4th International Conference on Public Health in Africa in Durban, South Africa. The founder of the Matuga-based Day Biopharma, Dr. Matthias Magola, has reaffirmed his readiness to have the company lead the continent as a top contract drug manufacturing organization. Speaking at the 4th International Conference on Public Health in Africa in Durban, South Africa, Dr. Magola revealed that the company's new mRNA vaccines represent a leap forward in Africa's health security. Showcasing the scenic Matuga-based facility, Dr. Magola explained that the mRNA platform allows for rapid, safe and scalable vaccine production without the use of live viruses, explaining that this technology reduces reliance on foreign suppliers and ensures faster responses to disease outbreaks. Africa CDC Deputy Director General Dr. Rajit Tajuddin emphasized that achieving vaccine self-sufficiency requires sustained investment in local research and innovation. Uganda's Minister for Science, Dr. Monica Musenero, highlighted the importance of turning scientific breakthroughs into viable industrial ventures. The new vaccine patents mark a landmark moment in Africa's pursuit for scientific and economic independence, positioning Day Biopharma as a pioneer in the next generation vaccine development. This advancement supports Africa's Vision 2040 for health sovereignty, ensuring vaccines are developed, produced and distributed within the continent for the continent. Now, another story, Midima Security has partnered with Uganda Microfinance Regulatory Authority to amplify the call for consumer protection and address related cybersecurity crimes. The collaboration enhances digital awareness and promotes proper access to financial technologies and minimizes the impact of evolving fraud landscape. The Cybersecurity Symposium, organized by Midima Security, attracted stakeholders from the Ministry of Information, Communication and Technology officials from the Uganda Microfinance Regulatory Authority, players in the telecom sector and young innovators. The discussion centered on designing countermeasures to tackle evolving forms of fraud. The developing digital space is faced with an unmatched regulatory framework. The sector has cross-border products that are not domesticated under national laws, which undermines the consumer protection. Regulators and other stakeholders are discussing defense modalities to match emerging threats. Experts point to a significant sensitization gap that fails to keep up with the rapid evolution of technology. The symposium themed Securing the Future. The rise of AI focused on the evolving nature of fraud, including sophisticated scams and their connection to artificial intelligence. All right, now let's move on to what we have in the Forex rates today. As of the 27th of October 2025, the US dollar was buying at 3,474.77 opening and selling at 3,484.77, and by midday it was at a drop of 3,474.45, selling at 3,484.45. The US dollar opened at 3,473.77 and selling at 3,483.77. The British pound was buying at 4,627.23 and selling at 4,640.55. The euro was buying at 4,038.25 and selling at 4,049.88. And the Kenyan shilling buying at 26.89 and selling at 26.97. The Tanzanian shilling maintains 1.39 and selling at the same, and the South African rand buying at 201.77 and selling at 202.36. Well, that's it from the world of business. Up next is the agenda with Robert Chirabo Nyonyintono. To save the number and engage in the conversation, 0709602592. Good morning.
Of the day on UBC. Was brought to you by
I'll call you every day, yeah yo, you can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks, Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000, or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100*21# and select daily, or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Juko.
Yo.
What you go? Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Uganda, haven't you heard of the parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sevatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better.
PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
Every Wednesday, live in our studios in the heart of Kampala.
We have to change the political culture in this country, really. Who has bewitched Ugandans?
I want to assure you, as government, we shall do whatever it takes to ensure that Ugandans are safe.
We have conversations that have analysis, explanation.
This law society, this union of theirs, because they want a job everywhere, they want to be this, they want to be that, they want... No. We know it's a union.
You cannot be making a road, bitumen grade 1, in Congo for 5 billion.
But not every truth is fact, and not every fact is truth.
The argument that the General Court Martial is responsible for peace and stability is without basis, either in law or in fact.
We have been told how Napoleon was a great orator. Now, Napoleon cannot help me get food. They told me combine harvest in Saskatchewan. I don't know where Saskatchewan is. This is a geography we're taught. Instead of teaching me how to preserve Mabera forest, they're teaching me about Rhineland. This is a problem we got. We cannot run away from it.
Right now, you hear very disgusting stories of members of parliament. Instead of discussing the details of loans, they ask for their cuts.
Every Wednesday, 10 p.m. on your public broadcaster.
Public broadcaster, UBC, inspiring Uganda.
The government's commanded is to maintain law and order, safeguard citizens' rights, and provide essential public services.
Remember, one of the pillars of a roadmap is innovation and entrepreneurship.
There has been this question of how are you protecting our indigenous seed?
It's going to be a tall project that answers somebody's question.
The Front Bench has brought you insightful discussions on governance, security, healthcare, justice, and commerce.
Why do you go through this complicated procedure, involve the lawyers? You bring the case against him, the judge will hear you out and pass judgment, and you're out of court in record time.
We remain committed to keeping you informed and engaged on key national matters.
So these are huge, these are powerful organizations which now Uganda chairs. Why don't you come together?
If we haven't migrated to the e-card because of various reasons, including that not all the people of Uganda have smartphones.
You can sit in your house, apply for a passport.
If you have a Ugandan who has a successful logistics firm in the US, it means he can come to Uganda and do a lot more.
Every Monday at 8:30 p.m. with me, Jethro Kasaiji, your interface with the government only on your public broadcaster, UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Hi, I'm called Baka, and welcome to Kiswahili Kimoja. Let's look at some more vegetables. Tuangalie mboga zaidi. Tini. Beetroot. Dada anatengeneza juisi ya tini. Dada anatengeneza juisi ya tini. Sister is making beetroot juice. Tango. Cucumber. Shangazi anatafuna tango. Shangazi anatafuna tango. Aunt is chewing a cucumber. Karoti. Carrot. Mwalimu anabeba karoti. Mwalimu anabeba karoti. The teacher is carrying carrots. Nyanya. tomato. Mama amenunua nyanya. Mama amenunua nyanya. Mother has bought tomatoes. Good job. Kazi nzuri. Remember, the more you practice, the easier it gets. See you next time. Tutaonana tena.